New Washington County veterans were inducted into the Hall of Fame on Saturday. 10 veterans were inducted into the Washington County Veterans Service Commission's Hall of Fame. Awards were given out during the ceremony held Saturday night in Marietta. Lieutenant Vernon Gatewood was inducted posthumously. Gatewood was in the Army and fought in World War II. He wrote a book to teach the youth about the importance of the military. Speeches were given at the ceremony from the inductees, Marietta Mayor Josh Schlicker, and others. The executive director, Darren Shearlock, says it's very important to honor veterans because they put their lives at risk to protect America.
We're proud of each and every member that's here, everyone that's being inducted. We're also proud of all the veterans in the community because the way I see it, our veterans are a national treasure. We need to preserve them, thank them, and thank God every day that we have them, because if it wasn't for our nation, if it wasn't for our veterans, we wouldn't have a nation at all.
For more about the Veterans Hall of Fame ceremony, you can visit our website at WTAP.com.